Oh, hello, beautiful souls. It's Kerry, and today I'm going to be doing an astrological delineation of the solar return of President Donald Trump. Each year on our birthday, or just the day before or the day after, the sun returns to the exact degree that it was at when we were born, and we cast a chart. It's an old Babylonian method. We cast a chart to get the forecast for the year ahead. And so I've done that for President Trump. And in his natal chart, natally the sun is in the 10th house in his chart. The sun in the 10th house indicates a leader. It's in the sign of Gemini. So he's very good with the communication, very good with the words. His sun is conjunct the North Node. So he's a person who will lead the collective. It's ordained. Conjunct the North Node, we also have the planet Uranus. So he's unusual, he's a maverick. Okay, he's not going to do things the way other people expect him to. His Leo is on the ascendant. It's at the 29th degree, which is conjunct the royal star Regulus. So President Trump is royalty, even if he's spiritual royalty. He's here for a purpose, and despite the fact that a lot of people don't like him, he is doing a job that needs to be done. So I'll just hold up the chart for the solar return for 2025. So this will last for him from this birthday to the next. So I will be putting the specs on in case I need to get a closer look, but I'll be looking at it from behind the scenes here. So you see the sun up here, it's at the what we call the 23rd degree of Gemini, and he has conjunct that sun, the planet Jupiter here, and Jupiter is at 0 degrees of Cancer. Anything at 0 degrees of Cancer, or one of the cardinal signs, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Libra, means that the person will come before the world on the world stage in a major way, in particular for him in this year of his birth. So he also has Mercury there, and that's also in the sign of Cancer. Now in his natal chart he has Mercury at the 9th degree of Cancer. He has Saturn and Venus both in the sign of Cancer. So he is very family orientated person, even though that he might not appear that way to other people. One of the things I'd like to talk about here is the sun being in an inconjunct aspect that's 150 degrees to the moon, and the moon is ruling his 11th house, which is friends, group associates, and hopes and dreams. So over here we'll be seeing the 11th house. Also here we have Mars in the sign of Leo, and it's at the 28th degree. You see it has 27 something, but I rounded up to the next degree. Natally he has Mars at the 27th degree. So he had his Mars return yesterday. So Mars is the god of war, as we know, but it's also the god of male energy, asserting yourself, making yourself known, asserting your sovereignty. The Mars in his natal chart rules the 12th house. So the 12th house is also about the collective, what's hidden. So he, in a sense, by asserting himself and standing up for himself, is actually standing up for the collective in some way. And then across here we have the South Node and the North Node. The North Node is in the sign of Pisces. That's our collective destiny. That's our spiritual path as a conscious collective. And over here we have the North Node in the sign of Virgo. So the fact that this North and South Node is straddling his ascendant-descendant axis means that he is instrumental in moving the collective forward in very important ways that perhaps we don't fully realise right now. Look, I always think leave the experts up to the jobs that they've been elected to do, and he gets a lot of flack. I feel like he knows what he's doing, so I'm going to leave it up to him. The man's a genius. I'm not going to feel like I've got something better to say than what he's able to do. But that sun and moon in conjunct can create a feeling of discord inside, particularly whilst asserting the sense of self. It's almost like you've got to make an emotional adjustment in some way. So he's going to have to be making some tough, hard decisions this year, and it may revolve around his friendship groups and also his hopes and dreams for himself and for humanity. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. Obviously, you could go on about one chart for quite a long time, but people lose interest. So I am going to say, I'm going to stick my specs on and just have one quick more squiz and see if there's anything more significant. The Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius, which it is collectively, and it's in the 5th house. So he may have some kind of transformational experiences with his children, which may be challenging for him. And also Uranus rules the house of health, and Uranus is in the 8th house, in the 9th house, and it's in the sign of Taurus. It's at the 29th degree of Taurus. So I feel he may have some unexpected health things to deal with, and I feel that it may involve his throat and also his ability to speak in some way. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. And one final thing, he's got Saturn and Neptune in the 7th house, and they're both at 0 degrees. Saturn is at the 2nd degree of Aries, and Neptune is at the 3rd degree of Aries. Obviously, we all have these. These are outer planets, so collectively, those planets are affecting each one of us in the collective. And so we need, as individuals, to step up and take responsibility for our spiritual journey. We're spiritual beings here, we're having a human experience, and we're all part of the Great Awakening and this elevation of humanity up to a higher level. Now, he has, the Sun is in an applying aspect, a sextile to a Chiron, which is the wounded healer. So there will be healing that will come about through his agency because the Sun rules the 12th house. So perhaps bringing more hope to people and hopefully being a peacemaker as he would like to see himself and resolving conflicts. Okay, I think that's about covered it. The Sun is square the North and South node, so it might feel like he's going against the collective and what the collective wants, but the collective is a hologram of the whole. The collective is each individual part makes up the whole. We're all connected, so when we realise that if we can just send out a vibration of love and resonance to everyone in the universe, we're all part of the big picture, we're all part of the plan. So take care, lovelies. I hope that was helpful. If you'd like more, you can follow. And if you wanted to check my earlier pinned posts, you'll see there's one about Donald Trump that I predicted his election success back in 2023 when everyone thought that it was more likely he'd be going to jail. And there's also one there about Elon Musk and his entry onto the world stage in a major way. Okay, take care, lovelies.